I
Yeah.
think you can be walk through remaining things, right? Basic things, remaining operators apart from those.
Mm. Yes.
Uh, so
Assignment. Yeah.
tomorrow onwards, we'll make a session around regular timings, previous timings, 7:20. So, if possible, give me two sessions tomorrow. So, from Friday to Sunday, I won't be available mostly. I'm going to hometown. Okay.
Mm.
So, please, we'll connect a longer time tomorrow. So, let me know if you can able to connect at 7 a.m. also. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Now,
okay, okay.
yes, then perfect. So, I'm going to anonymous window. So, from strict comparison, we'll start. What is the difference between comparison and strict comparison? Strict comparison means triple equals to. So this said as a normal comparison, and this triple equals to symbol is said as strict comparison. Strict comparison means it will consider data type also. It means in a normal terms we can say with the equals to comparison we'll check magnitude of values. Whereas coming to the strict comparison, we'll check a memory location also. So memory location means, yeah, you'll get confused with that. So I'll explain you in a this apex terminology. So now let's suppose what I do is I'll define integer a equals to 10 and I'll say string b equals to, in quotations I'll set 10. So now what I'll do is, oh sorry, here semicolon is in a. So now I want to compare both the things. So for that system.debug equals to plus what I want to do is I'll say a equals to b. So normal comparison I'm doing here. In a next line, sorry, again semicolon. So again I'll say system.debug I'll compare triple equals to plus a triple equals to b. Now I'll execute it. Error exact equals to operator for reference types string line 5. Oh, here it is not accepting. We'll see. If there is any examples available in a Apex developer guide. Is there anything available for that example? Be able to see that? We'll see. The value of x and y expression is true, then only it will give you true. Fine. Makes sense. So here we'll say it as a exact equality. But if x and y reference the exact same location in the memory, it's true. Otherwise, the expression is true. False. Okay, we'll do this thing then. Yeah. So now, in place of integer, what I'll do is I'll will decimal. Let's suppose. So I want to specify same data type 10.0. So exact equals to means it will check a memory location. I'll explain you what is memory location and everything now. String decimal. So where we did a mistake? Both are decimal only, right? Mhm. Line 4, comparison argument must be compatible types string, comma, decimal. Where is the comparison argument? What's happening with this? Hmm. Okay, give me a minute. We'll see whether any examples are available in this. Not given any examples. We'll see whether it is available in any blocks and everything. So as we know the basic difference between both the things, but we'll see whether any example is given or not. To the quotient operator comparison. A equals to B. It's Boolean expression. Strict comparison. He did not mention this example again. Okay, what we'll do is we'll try to store it in a Boolean variable. Unexpected token D. Okay, we'll keep it in comments. First one will work for sure. Variable D does not exist. Okay, here we use it. It's giving log. That will work for sure. Y means that's a basic comparison. So it will give output true as well. Y means we are checking magnitude of values. Whereas we need to look into strict comparison now. So this is a strict comparison. It's also Boolean only now. It's not working then. Unexpected token D. Hmm. Oh, sorry. Here we need to specify semicolon now. No, it will work. Exact equals to operator allowed only for reference types decimal. Is that equality or reverse types decimal? We specify decimal data type only, no? See, to access the part equals to 1. There is no answer in this block. Okay. There's a meaning as we know that, but we should see the example. Here he specified somehow. All things being equal, equality operator self-force. Bluff. If you use equals to the score, it just depends on what you are actually trying to compare. Okay. What do you have? Not have the future also. So triple equals to the first conflict liquidation. Okay, so the thing is, coming to the triple equals to, it is nothing but equality, like a strict equality comparison operator. The purpose of that strict comparison operator is to check whether both the values stored at same memory location or not. I think it might not be support for primitive data types. We'll check next one second differently. It's giving error here now. Yes, here what I'll do is I'll say 10 equals to triple equals to relation. Mhm. 25, 0. Comparison must be compatible types. Compatible means both the things should have same data type. 10.0, 10.0. Not allowed for reference types decimal. Oh, it is not allowed for decimal. Okay, cool. Then no, 10 for reference types. Exact equals operator only allowed for reference type integer. Think both are integers only, na? Let's see by defining two integers. Here itself will change data type to integer. Hmm. Some error is there. It will work now. Just go here. Yeah, the error is like this exact comparison operator won't work for only allowed for reference type integer line 5. What is in line 5? Mhm. Just to exact equals only allowed for reference type integer. It's an integer only now. Okay, leave it. So mostly in JavaScript we'll use this exactly comparison operator. So the purpose of exactly comparison operator will check a logical addresses of the variables. I unable to find any examples in it. Actually, he needs to give that examples. Exact equals to comparison if x and y references the exact same location in memory that equivalents to otherwise the expression evaluates false. But initially it should check that comparison it should perform it's not performing that x and y. Yes, here you can see this data type is support for complex data types. Triple equals to operator. So map a list set enum as object data types. For that only we'll use this thing. Okay. For primitive data types, it won't support. So let's suppose what I'll do is I'll define two lists and we'll check. Now I'll define list of integer p equals to new list of integers 1, 2, 3. Let's suppose. Now what I'll do is I'll define same list once again. Now I'll change the name of the list like D. Now what I'll do is I'll keep it here. B. And in this debug statement, I'll say C triple equals to D. Is there any mistakes? Execute. Duplicate field C. Okay. I think we did not. Oh, here. So we use it same variable multiple times. Okay. Here we'll change it to E. D. Done. Perfect. Perfect. It's working now. So why I am bothering about this much is like you should understand basic difference between both the things. So you can see it is giving false. So though both the array values are same, it is giving false. So in place of same thing, if you use equals to symbol, so let's suppose now what I'll do is I'll say system dot and copy paste same thing. If you use single equals to in between both D equals to D, it will give output like a true. It generated another log file. I will click on debug only. So you can see it is giving true. So to make you understand this example much clearly, what I can do is I'll take help of drawing board. So if you consider any programming language, while defining some variable, it will search for a free space in your CPU. Let's suppose you are defining variable A with the data type integer. So integer, let us assume integer will take 4 bytes of memory. So it will allocate 4 bytes of memory. In this 4 bytes of memory, it will store the value which you assign. Whereas, let's suppose if you define another variable with the data type integer only, let's suppose D. So, if you specify data type as an integer, for this also it should allocate 4 bytes of space. So, though let's suppose in a first variable, let's suppose in a first variable, if you store value 10, in a second variable also, if we store value 10 itself. So, if you use triple equals to symbol, so for whatever the memory location you take, whatever the memory location you take, it will be for this it will be a some memory allocation. Some XYZ memory allocation will be there. So for another variable, the memory location will be different. It might be some XZY. So memory locations are different. So coming to the strict comparison, what we'll check is we'll check if both the addresses are same or not. Means this value, like both the values present in same memory location or not. We'll check that stuff. Let's suppose where it is used, you'll get such kind of questions. Let's suppose if you consider an example like contact. If we consider contact. In a Salesforce database, let's suppose you want to compare two contacts. Let's suppose you want to compare two contacts. Let's suppose you are comparing Yakub, like a name ending with Yakub, and you are taking another record also, name ending with Yakub. So if that name, if only one record present in a system, it will give true on such cases. If both the records are different, means for both the records, different memory allocation will be there. At that time, it will give false as an output. Whereas, coming to the strict comparison, we are checking these logical addresses, these memory addresses. Whereas, coming to the normal equals to operator, we'll check magnitude of the values. Magnitude means size, whether this 10 and this 10 same or not. We'll check that stuff. Understood the difference between both?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very important. Not here. If you go in an advanced way, if you work on any JavaScript kind of thing, there you'll get to know the importance of this stuff. Okay. So it's about equals to operator, triple equals to operator, and equals to operator. The next we'll be having another thing that is like huh, this post increment and post decrement operators. So now what I want to do is, so if you use plus plus symbol, it means you're performing plus equals to 1 on any operator. Let's suppose if I say system.debug, I started covering a lot of stuff today. Shit. Okay. System.debug, I'll say a plus plus. Okay. And similarly, I'll say system.debug a minus minus. It means we are performing, we are incrementing one digit and we are decrementing another digit from a number. Okay. Now I am executing this thing. It will generate a log file. Execute highlighted. You can see mhm, initially it is 10. After it is 11. After decrementing, we should get a value now. Why it is not giving that value then? System.debug. What is the value in here? Mhm. So what I'll do is, okay, it will give output later now. So now what I'll do is Control X. I'll keep it outside. It's a post increment and post decrement apparatus actually. It means like it will perform increment later. Means after performing this operation, it will give that result. We'll see now. So previously, what happened is, so whenever we are printing a plus plus, it is giving 10 only. Whereas while printing a minus minus, it is giving 11. So there what happening is, so whatever the operator we are using like this, these are said as post processing operator. Means it will modify the value after performing this operation. Means after this line only, it will replicate the changes. Okay, so now we'll see how. Oh, sorry. Again, I kept that thing now. 9:30. Here we should see. Can't we use like this? We'll see. Unexpected token equals to 9:30 column 2. Mhm. Let's suppose we'll say teaser f equals to this stuff. Expected token f. Okay, it's not aligned like this. We'll check. We'll develop a guide. Increment and decrement operators. So here he specified it. Increment operator adds one value of x to variable numeric fixed plus plus x means immediately it will give x, x minus 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 it will give later. Yes, we are doing same thing now. So instead of storing it, let's suppose if we say a plus plus a. Now after this I'll like this system dot debug a system dot debug A plus plus system dot debug A. So why I took this example means like I'll explain you why I took. I'll compare this thing with output so that you'll understand what I am doing here exactly. Okay. We'll see how it will give the result. There's line 16 unexpected token. Oh, here semicolon is missing. Line 16 here also semicolon is missing. Okay, I'm executing it. So now we got a debug log. So I'm clicking on debug only. So now you can see you should compare this thing with output. First, we are getting 11 as an output. It means if you go to this developer console, this operator is said as pre-increment operator. It is a pre-increment operator. Means before going to the next instance, in this instance itself, it will update the value to 11. And if you look at this output also, it will give output like 11. Why means as it is updated. Whereas if you consider this scenario, system.debug a plus plus, it is said as a post increment operator. Means at this instance it will be 11 only, but here it will give 12. Similarly, a minus minus means again it will give 12, but here it will give 11. Whereas in place of this, let's suppose if you use like this system.debug minus minus a means here itself it will perform that operation. Means it will be given output like how much it will give 10. Getting the context here, getting the difference between post and pre-processing operator.
Yeah.
Yes, that is the difference. So we'll save it and we'll look at the result. So that is only the output we got, right? So here you can compare 11 11 11 triple 11 we got, 12 12 we got, the next we got 11. Make sense? It is the difference between post processing and pre-processing operators. Post means after completing that execution it will change the output. Pre means before performing that execution it will store the value. Okay, remember that. And the next we'll see ternary operator. Bitwise operator is not at all required as of now. So the structure of ternary, yeah, there is one blog, right? You can go through this blog. I'll forward you this link. He mentioned nicely which blog it is. Salesforce tutorials. From Salesforce tutorials. Okay, Apex operators. Okay. So if needed, you can go through different resources. So shall we connect again today for more 20 or 30 minutes? Or shall we continue tomorrow for that ternary operator? The structure of ternary operator is how it would be. So we'll be having equals to symbol. So the structure will be statement, question mark, true, colon, false. It is the structure of ternary operator. It means if your statement is correct, it will give this statement as an output. If the statement is false, it will give this portion as an output. So now we'll take a simple example like a if time is greater than 12, I need to give an output like good afternoon. Yeah, shall we connect again or shall we continue tomorrow? Less than 12 means
We can connect. For me, it's fine.
Yeah, you can connect.
we can connect now.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you. Again, join with the same link. It
yeah.